suffer for being a piece of shit, right? No need for this crap. Saw this idea on another channel, actually a Kiss channel, a guy named Dr. Fuck. Credits to you, man. I'm going to do this inspired by you. I'm going to take some of my favorite albums, in this case Kiss albums, and I'm going to go track by track which one I like better. And we'll see what album comes out on top, okay? So my first pairing is going to be Kiss Dressed to Kill versus Kiss Hotter Than Hell. Let's see what comes out on top, all right? Well, we're going to go track by track. I'm going to write all this shit down, and we're going to see what's the better album. In my opinion, I always liked Hotter Than Hell better. Let's just see how it comes out track by track. So, here we go. Let's jump right into it, shall we? Okay, so track number 1 on Hotter Than Hell is called Got to Choose versus Room Service off of Dressed to Kill. Not even close. It's Got to Choose. I've got to choose. Got to choose. So there we go. 1-0 for Hotter Than Hell. That's a good Paul song, man. One of the better Paul songs. You know, guitar work in there by Ace is incredible. So track number 2 on both is going to be Parasite versus Two-Timer. Parasite, come on. Hotter Than Hell, Parasite, all the way. Track number 3 from Hotter Than Hell is Going Blind versus Ladies in Waiting. Come on now, Going Blind. Both are Simmons tracks, according to the album here. So Going Blind, I always thought that was a pretty badass tune. Even though now you look at some of the lyrics, they're pretty jacked up, but the power of the guitar and the ballady, the ballads. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of a lot of Gene ballads, if there is that many, but that's one of the good ones for sure. So next, Hotter Than Hell versus Getaway. I love Hotter Than Hell. I love the ending. I love the way it switches up at the end and goes into that whole other vibe. But I'm going with Getaway. Always love that track. Peter really sings it. It's a good happy track. So yeah, there's one for Dressed to Kill. Next one is Let Me Go Rock and Roll versus Rock Bottom. Easy Rock Bottom on that one. Love that intro, and it's a good tune, good Paul tune. Never was a big fan of Let Me Go Rock and Roll. You know, when I first got into Kiss, it was like 1984. My first Kiss album was Animalize. And that got me into Kiss. Believe it or not, I might be the only person in the history of Kiss fans that got into Kiss because of the album Animalize. But there you have it. And I went back and discovered all the old stuff. And one of the first ones I got was a beat up version of Kiss Alive, which you'll probably see in a very shortcoming video upcoming soon. And Let Me Go Rock and Roll just sounded like something, you know, from my parents' generation. It sounded older. It didn't sound like, you know, it was 1984, 85, so I was listening to a lot of heavy metal. I was into Venom. I was into Slayer. You know, still am. It's just, I was into that. But for whatever reason, Kiss was an anomaly. You know, it was like this music from a bygone era. These guys that were 10 years older than the music I was listening to. But for whatever reason, I loved it. It just spoke to me, and I loved it. But songs like Let Me Go Rock and Roll were an exception to that rule. That sounded like something that was, you know, like almost like in tune more with like a Chuck Berry 50s, you know, that certain guitar lick that they'd na-na-na-na-na-na-na, and wasn't feeling it. So anyway, that's a long explanation for not too much of a point. Anyway, here we go to side 2. All the Way from Hotter Than Hell versus Come On and Love Me. Yeah, Come On and Love Me. All the Way is a great song. I love it. But Come On and Love Me is one of the better Kiss, one of my favorite Kiss songs. Here we go. Watching You versus Anything for My Baby. Not even close. That's Watching You. 100%. Oh, here we go. Here's a good one. Main Line off Hotter Than Hell versus She. Mainline versus She. I love She, but Mainline, again, is one of my all-time favorite Kiss tracks. Not that it's a better song. She's got the song structure and that little guitar interlude in the center, you know, when it just builds and Ace is doing his thing. I love that. And when I first learned how to play guitar, one of the first things I wanted to learn was that little guitar section in the middle. Love it. But Mainline, when I was a teenager and having tough days, just cheered me up. You know, just was a happy song. And so for sentimental reasons, even though I acknowledge She is the better constructed song, I'm going with Mainline for sentimental reasons. And isn't that why we listen to music? Because it makes us feel something. And Mainline made me feel something. So next, Coming Home off Hotter Than Hell versus Love Her All I Can. Coming Home off Hotter Than Hell. I'm gonna pick that one. And Strange Ways from Hotter Than Hell versus Rock and Roll All Night. Not even close. It is Strange Ways for the win. I could not care less if I ever hear Rock and Roll All Night again. In fact, Angela, we were in the car the other day, and Rock and Roll All Night came on, and I just switched it right away. And then I noticed she started singing along with it, and I was like, oh, damn, I switched it. Do you want me to put it back? She's like, no, it was okay. You know, it's all right. Whatever, we can listen to something else. But that is one song that when that comes on the radio, I'll just switch it. I do not care for that song. Even back in the day, I didn't care for it for pretty much the same reasons I didn't care for Let Me Go Rock and Roll. It just sounded like something from a bygone era, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it kind of speaks to the really uncool parts of a bygone era. To me, to you, that might be something different, and I respect that. Again, like I say, we're all entitled to our opinions, and I respect your opinion. You can respect my opinion if you don't like my opinion. There you go, my friends. Happy Finger Friday. And I'm being facetious. I don't care. You can tell me to fuck off in the comments. It doesn't mean anything to me. It's the internet, man. What do I care? All right. Have a great day. So, oh, by the way, it was 7-3 in favor of Hotter Than Hell. So, pretty clear winner. And like I say, Hotter Than Hell was my favorite album of the two, but I was taking it on a track by track basis, and came out like I thought it would. Peace out, guys.